Yes.
Good evening and welcome to FTB Sport. I sincerely hope you like us and share us tonight because this won't come along that often. If I just go back in time for a moment, and I would always be a voice saying, and welcome to the World Service. This is 30th of July, 1966, and England have just beaten Germany by 4-2 at Wembley. 97,000 watching. Who would have thought 55 years later, the first time England beat Germany again since 1966 would be today, this afternoon. And I love it. Ollie, it's coming home. It's coming home. 55 years in an open tournament. Rosa Fernandez, welcome. Hello. From Tenerife, Spain. Amondi, welcome.
Hi, Rosa.
Hello, Amondi.
Tony's going to jump in as well. I think he's hiding in the back office at work, and he's going to jump in as well. And I hope everyone really enjoys the show. So, actually, let's kick off. We've got to do it. Ladies first, Rosa. From the outside looking in, we'll come to Spain later. But from an outside looking in, how did England look tonight?
England looked to me like they wanted to win this match. While Germany, I think I said that to you earlier on. The Germans, to me, they looked like they were in the group stages and they were happy with the draw. They were never there. They never fought to win this match. Or if what I saw is all that Germany can do, then we have the weakest Germany that we've seen in many, many years. But nevertheless, England fought for it, gave it all, and deserved to win. So congratulations.
Yes, and done without the time, which it wasn't in 1966. Amondi, take it away.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I've in my lifetime never seen England win in the knockout stages against a proper team, whether it be Germany. Even it didn't even go to extra time. We beat them in 90 minutes, and I watched the whole game. I'm really impressed with a lot of key performances out there, which we'll go on to later. But yeah, well done, England. The fans, looking at the fans in the crowd, look at the whole atmosphere where I was when I just come from work. Everyone's happy, everyone's buzzing, and it's really lifted the whole nation, I think. So bring it on.
Feel good. Yeah. Bring it on. And Tony the Fox, you're in. Are you there? You're hiding.
I am here. I'm here.
How do you feel?
Like Amondi. I haven't waited as long as him. Obviously, I'm half his age, but I'm 35. So it's. I'm just buzzing. It's like you all say. You never thought in a million years. And after '96, and it had to be Gareth Southgate who's the manager. To get that over the line, it's special. It's special, and it's one of those moments that you'll never forget.
No doubt.
I was born in '66. Actually, I was born just before 1966. So, and actually, the first World Cup I was looking forward to was the one that England bloody didn't qualify, and I think it was about '78 or whatever when Scotland qualified and England didn't, and they lost to Poland. Some geezer called Tomaszewski.
Thatcher. Winston Churchill. That's
the one. That's the one. I was there. That was going to be my first World Cup as a kid, and we got bloody wrecked. So, the pain, it's been like being a City fan, really, being an England fan. The pains live with me all the way through because, like, Man City won the league in '68 and the cup in '69. That was it. And I don't really remember it at all. And then for the rest of my life, it was just shit. So, it's just, and it's an incredible emotion. It's an incredible emotion. And we'll go to some technical bits in a minute. I'm going to come back to all three of you now. So, think about your dissection of the game. Who played well? Who was a bit dodgy? Thoughts on individual performance. I'm going to go back to Amondi on this one. Yeah, kick us off. Who really impressed you tonight? Who played their socks off?
No bias, but I'm saying it now. Harry Maguire is a world-class player. What does it take? How many examples do we have to give for him to prove that he's world-class? He was a leader of men out there. That was epic. He needed one of those Terry Butcher bandages on his head because he did everything in the air. He had Muller in his pocket big time. I really love Harry Maguire. Really love him. And today was an example. It made me really proud to see him play like that. He's got everything that's needed to be the top. And he's at the moment, he's at the peak of his career and he's dominating, absolutely dominating. Everyone likes to give him stick, but today people would have to bow their head and acknowledge Sir Harry Maguire. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Big Phil's joined us, and I've got a frightening feeling he's going to agree with you. Phil, how you doing?
Me, I'm doing well. It's raining a lot here in Toronto, but I'm doing well.
So it's great. Phil, we've got Toronto. Rossa is in Tenerife, off the African coast there. We're back in good old England. What an international panel we have. I tell you what, you're not going to get this on any others. So Phil, what did you think of the game? Outside of the United players, anybody impress you? Really, really impress you?
In terms of impact, I would definitely say Bukayo Saka in the first 15 minutes. But in that second half, when Gareth Southgate decided to bring on Jack Grealish.
Yeah, it was a masterstroke. You've got to hand it to him.
Yeah. I know you said don't touch on any United players, but a lot of people before the Euros said that Tyrone Mings should be starting with John Stones in defense. And all I'm saying is, where are they now?
I wasn't one of them. I've never been a Mings fan. I really have never been a Mings fan.
No worries. A lot of people are saying Harry Maguire is this fridge slab head. He always has one mistake in him. Man,
he did though. He did make a mistake though, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
When today?
Yeah, he did.
Where?
Yeah, he clumsily gave the kick away.
That was never a foul. He touched him.
Okay.
We're not playing tag football. We're not playing tag football here.
Tony, Mr. Fox, go on. Who impressed you? Sorry, Ross. I'll come to you last.
No.
I'm going to say this play because I'm worried that no one's going to mention him. Jordan Pickford.
Oh yeah. He did good. He had lots of doubts going into the tournament.
There was, and I think he commanded the box fantastically. He made some important saves. Okay, we're a bit lucky when we went through on goal, but I was really impressed by him today, and he's justifying why he's number one. So yeah, for me, Jordan Pickford.
Cool. We've got a message from our friend Errol out there, Solo 7. All I want to know is, how does Errol know about Luke Shaw's waxing technique? I don't understand this at all.
Oh, man.
Mr. B, Maguire, Saka, Sterling, Grealish, Shaw, best players on the pitch. Actually, Shaw did play okay. I never thought because I'm Ian Shaw, I never thought the first time I'd see Shaw on the back of an England shirt. Actually, I did see Gary Shaw on an England shirt years ago, if you ever remember him for Villa. But it wasn't quite as I saw it in my dreams. But he played all right. Who else? Go on, Rossa. Who, as a neutral, who impressed you?
Sterling is the one that scored the first goal, the one that gave you the victory, and at the very right time. I think that scoring, the minute between 70 and 80 minutes, it's key. So he's the one that gave you that goal, and I think that you have to acknowledge that and give it to him. But I agree that I thought that Maguire's looked very, very solid on the back. At the back.
There's an unbiased opinion.
Look at those smiles.
Oh, no, the Carlos Puyol of England, no.
Oh, no, don't do it.
I thought that he was an asset. Yeah.
But it's... yeah, okay. Well, Gemma, we're going to come on to Rossa and her night of congratulations later. But anyone else impress you? I tell you, I just want to make one comment about Raheem Sterling, and that is, he is wonderful taking players on. I just wish at that very final second he doesn't lose his head and either play the ball or shoot. It's almost like he goes on this fantastic dribble with magic feet and then goes, oh shit, what do I do now? You know what I mean? He runs in. There was one moment where Saka was outside him to the right, and instead of pushing the ball out to him, he ran into a tangle of defence. And I just wish he'd looked up a little bit. If he looks up occasionally, just at the final bit, he really, really would be ultimately world class. He is a great player. He's a great player.
I think just to add to that, I totally agree with you. I think seeing these top players, like German players, German defenders, they were backing off, didn't know when to put their foot in. So it shows when you running at players like that with that tight dribble and that speed with Saka and Sterling both doing that. Seeing it against these German guys made me realise just how dangerous it is. They're backing off all the time. So more of the same, please. Well done, Sterling and Saka.
That was, I put on the banter group when we were talking about taking Kane off, and I was saying, we need to run at him, bring Foden on, play a false nine. So, with the likes of Bellingham and Foden and Saka and Grealish and Sancho, we have some absolute whippets. It's like, let them go. Let them go.
The hounds.
Even before we started the game, right? And I was having a conversation, I guess, with Amand in the group, because the way Gareth Southgate set up that lineup, it looks like it was just pure crossing, right? Because when I saw that lineup, the only creativity I saw was coming from Bukayo Saka and maybe Harry Kane if he had to drop deep like how he plays for Spurs, right? England 2, Germany 0.
Yeah. You realise we haven't conceded a goal so far this tournament.
Yeah, the Italians have, but not England.
That's amazing. Gemma writing in, Luke Shaw wasn't great for first half. He needed to press more, but as soon as Grealish came on, he came to life. It's interesting. I when I watch him at United, I always feel he needs that really good, strong guy in front of him to bring the best out of him, which is interesting. Hang on, Elle's coming back at me. I'm still waiting to find out where all these Raheem Sterling haters are. Yeah, that's a fair comment. He was getting loads of stick before the tournament. And I don't know, who scored the most goals in the tournament now? It's Ronaldo, isn't it? How many?
Yeah.
5?
5, yeah.
He's got three, hasn't he?
Yeah, 3.
3, yeah.
Ooh, maybe. Who knows on that one? Yeah. Okay, Rossa, tell us about last night, so to speak. Last night, when I read the headlines across the press online or whatever, they reckoned it was the finest day of football in like any tournament that anyone could remember.
It was the two matches, even if you're not following any of the countries, what went on, how matches that were very much decided, like Spain was winning 1-3, minute 83. And I was completely relaxing, just thinking, maybe Switzerland would beat France, but it sounded like a miracle, like impossible. Then I look back at the television and Croatia scored 2 goals in 6 minutes and we have to go to the extra time. So, I don't know what happened there, but things can change like in a second.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Obviously, I think that Spain deserved to win that match, and that's what happened in the end, in the extra time. 5 goals from 5 different players. I think that, that reassures me that we have potential. When we've had like 5 different guys scoring, even Azpilicueta from the back. So more than happy with that. Sorry?
Morata, have you forgiven him?
I never rated Morata, and I'm not going to change my view on that.
Okay. It was a beauty of a goal, though. He opened the door for you, didn't he?
Morata is not the world-class player he thinks he is. Someone's got to tell him that.
Hey, big clubs.
Sorry?
Who are your stars? Top 3 Spanish players, you reckon? Who are there? And don't give me Sergio Ramos.
Pedri's number 1.
Pedri's fantastic.
Very, very good.
Busquets.
Yes, we need. But Coque and Busquets, I'd probably go for Coque.
Yeah, Coque is better, yeah.
Coque, the 3 of them, Coque, Busquets, and Pedri are proving to be working well together. And I think it's a good combination. So in the midfield, Spain's always been good in the midfield, I think. Yeah. And from the days of Iniesta, you name them. That's something that we can do. Is the front where we've got problem in the attack? We've got problem there. Sarabia is okay, And I think that Ferran Torres has got huge potential.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. He gets more games for Spain than he does for City.
I'm a massive fan of Ferran Torres. Absolutely,
Yeah.
brilliant.
I think Pep's giving him the Foden treatment at the moment. He's bringing him on, and maybe he'll cut loose. Maybe don't tell anyone, but maybe we don't need that Harry Kane guy.
But then what happened with Switzerland and France? I mean, what do you make of it? Switzerland, to me, they were like nobody.
That equalising goal, the 3-3 was a thing of beauty. I was jumping around when Switzerland equals, not because of the equalise. It was just a very, very beautiful goal. Yeah. Amandi, what did you think? You saw that?
Yeah, just going back to the Spain game at 3-1 up. I expected Spain to. They're the last team you want to be 3-1 down against with 10 minutes to go with their ball retention, and so fair play to their opponents for getting back into the game. Croatia have got a good midfield. They've got a lot of aggression. They really worked hard. I thought that game was brilliant, But overall, Spain wore them down with their ball retention, and I thought Spain was brilliant. I also, just to add, I think Busquets.
Give them a Spanish lesson. Give them a Spanish.
I do need one.
It's Catalan, really, isn't it? Busquets.
It's Catalan, yes.
I thought he was fantastic yesterday. I think he's a great player. And just quickly to ask Rosa, what was the atmosphere like? Because in England, everyone's buzzing, everyone's out. Is it the same in Spain?
We're different in that. You know how England's won this game and the whole country is ecstatic about it. We're different in Spain. We're just criticizing, looking at everything that went wrong.
Used to winning.
Over some tapas.
And we're definitely thinking that Switzerland is going to finish us off.
Oh, wow.
We will only celebrate and be half happy if we win at the final, and we'll be happy for about half a day. And then it's back to, we're always, as a country, we're very critical of, I'm a Real Madrid supporter, but it's always criticizing, is always what's going wrong. You're at Bernabeu.
Oh, get the white flags out,
We're not supporting, we're just, pointing at the wound. That's what we do.
See, when Rosa was talking, she's more excited about the French and Swiss game than the Spanish. She's like, the French game, But just quickly on the French and Swiss game, I thought the Swiss, in hindsight, when I watched it back, I thought I had to say they set up well and they're probably the better team and deserved it. So well done to Swiss. It's like a derby, isn't it? They border onto each other.
I mean,
I think the opening goal was fantastic, wasn't it? The way he took that header.
Yeah.
Perovic. I mean, he's a good player. That's the kind of player he is. That's how Switzerland play. They want to bring that ball in for him to get in the end of, and they've done it well.
True.
I think that.
Go, Phil.
I think that France underestimated Switzerland. I'll go back to one player, and I don't want to show any bias, but what else can Paul Pogba do? Does he have to pass the ball to himself and then put the ball into the back of the net? Antoine Griezmann was poor. I'm a big fan of Kylian Mbappe. He has been absolute garbage for this entire tournament. Don't tell me about no backflip to Antoine Griezmann. Kylian Mbappe, as much as I love him and as much as I rate him, was terrible this entire tournament. Paul Pogba showed his class this entire Euros, right? What else can he do, right? You can't make
a 10 of United. That'll be a start.
I know, right? You can't make 5 or 6 more Paul Pogbas. Antoine Griezmann has to do a job. Kylian Mbappe has to do a job. Benzema did a job, but there were still some times where Benzema was a bit inconsistent, right? I'm glad that that Switzerland are through, and let's see what they do for the rest of the tournament.
But there's one thing, like Omandi said, Switzerland was the better team. France had all the individualities and had wonderful players. But it's a team effort, and Switzerland was a better team.
We have to remember, when you look at the Euros history, it's been won by Greece. It's been won by Denmark in the past, who again were great players. Okay, the Laudrup brothers were playing for Denmark that day, but no problem.
One of them was.
Granit Xhaka. I mean, Jesus. Questions. Was it really Granit Xhaka or was it Eddie Izzard? I tell you what,
how painful that was to watch.
I didn't realise that I could play football like that.
Oh God!
You know,
Crazy.
it was like
No, you Juventus won him.
the mask off, and Johan Cruyff was there at times. It was incredible. Yeah, I mean,
Crazy.
I was saying Zach was outstanding. He was pinging balls like a quarterback. Yeah,
15 million is a steal. They got robbed.
Yeah. He's gonna do well when he's under Jose Mourinho at Roma. That's all we'll say.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
Well, Juventus want him now, didn't they? So.
But what's with the hair dye? Like it's every time we had a Euros. Do you remember when the whole Romanian team
98
did the blonde hair? And now Phil Foden looks like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
And I reckon Zaka looks like Eddie Izzard. I mean,
Yeah.
what are we trying to do? Just outrageous. I mean, never mind. Go on, Tony. Any other thoughts?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Huh?
2-1 on top 5.
Other comments. Half
What,
time
on the England game or the other games, or
1-1.
what, on the England game or the other games?
Sorry.
So what was that?
So what's going to happen next? So we've got Sweden, Ukraine.
1-1, yeah, it's 1-1.
What's the score? Anyone got it?
1-1.
1-1.
Sweden have equalised. So I tell you what we need. We need it to go to extra time and penalty, so they're all knackered, ready for Saturday. Yeah. So and any preferences?
Are you going to be playing again on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. Saturday at we're the second game on.
So which rival do you prefer for England?
Evening game when it's cooler.
What do you prefer to play, Sweden or the Ukraine?
I'd rather play Sweden. I think Ukraine are looking quite fluid.
Really?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sweden's like a physical Premiership game, in my opinion. And they got no frills, but they're very organised, very good. And I think we've come up against them many times. But Ukraine, I think they're a bit slick. They got a little something about them this year. So I'd rather play Sweden. I have more chance against them.
I think it's going to be in Rome, so it's going to probably be very hot.
Evening game, please. Evening game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think this is England's best chance to get to the final.
Yeah.
England has a very, I don't want to say easy, but I want to say that England's route to the final is less difficult than on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So England, don't mess up, okay? Don't mess up. If you want to sing It's Coming Home come July 14th, don't mess it up, okay?
How many hours behind it? Are you 4 hours behind us, Phil?
Right now it's 3:55 in Toronto.
Okay, so you'll be late afternoon watching the England game, yeah?
Yeah, I'll call in sick for some reason.
Gemma says that Alexander Zinchenko scored for the Ukraine. Or she says City guy scored.
Yeah, he did.
I love it. I was talking to my brother about the fact that when England were playing three at the back, and we haven't mentioned John Stones and Kyle Walker, they actually looked really good with three at the back. And I then wondered whether that meant that Man City could then play with Zinchenko further up on the left-hand side and
Cancelo, right?
Yeah, João Cancelo further in front of Walker as a wing-back. That would be quite funky, wouldn't it? I was just thinking about that. So
you've done that a few times, haven't you already?
Man
City.
I don't know. Only
You made me laugh. Sorry, Ian, you made me laugh. You mentioned something about Man City. Pep giving Gareth Southgate the tactics or something, saying
whether Ross and I laugh about it. Whenever Man City have got a critical game, Pep overthinks it and comes up with some bonkers suggestion, like let's play no holding midfielders. It's only the Champions League final. Or the season before when we went out to Lyon or whatever. Let's not play any creative players. Brilliant. Yeah. I mean,
Ian,
I would worry about that.
Can I ask two questions, please?
Yeah.
My first question would be, is this Germany side any good? Are we over-exaggerating? And secondly, what's a bigger, because I was talking on Rich Sports, big up Rich Sports the other day, what's a bigger shock? Greece winning the Euros, or Denmark, who were sunbathing after Yugoslavia got kicked out and came back and winning the Euros against a good Germany team? What's the biggest shock?
I would say Greece.
Greece. Yeah.
Yeah, Greece.
In my opinion, Denmark are doing it for one guy. That's Christian Eriksen.
Oh no, pre-92.
Yeah, 92 with the Laudrup brothers.
No, there's only one Laudrup brother. Michael didn't go. Yeah,
and Schmeichel. Yeah,
Brian and Jensen, and it wasn't very great team. But I think them. I think them beating West Germany, who were world champions and was still a great team, and I think that trumps everything. But,
on that basis, Switzerland are going to win. Then
go on.
On that basis, Switzerland are going to win.
Explain.
Oh no, Granit Xhaka.
I mean, Greece, they're a good team. They're a good team without any superstars. So following the history of Greece and Denmark, is it going to be? I mean, it's not. It's coming home. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's coming home.
That's it.
But if it wasn't, it could be a really. It could be someone else. You know. What else we got? Saka did his job well, tiring an aging German defence. Yeah, I think that's cool. This left Grealish to come on against the defence that War was going to back off. Yep, that's true. Hence having a hand in both goals. Spot on. Saka is a wonderful player. I can only applaud him. He's a wonderful player.
He is.
Yeah.
I think with Tierney in behind him at Arsenal, there are some little diamonds in Arsenal. There's just there's a lot of donkeys as well. But there you go. Moving on.
Yes, quickly move on.
But it's weird how Grant Xhaka, I still can't get over that. I mean, he was like player of the tournament last night, wasn't he?
Stop it.
So, Tony, anything else you want to say about that? Come on, get in there.
Well, Xhaka. Yeah. Well, hopefully we bumped his value up now. Well, after that performance, we get a little bit more for him.
I'm not going to sell him. I'm not going to sell him, surely. He's the. I'm trying to think of it.
He wants to go. He's already hinted.
Yeah?
Yeah, he wants to go.
He doesn't want to go. He's going to play for Arsenal. Let's not go completely wild here. Okay, we need to close up the show. Rossa, kick us off. Closing thoughts about what's going to happen next and final thoughts in it. And then we're going to go to Toronto.
You can't ask that when Portugal's out, France is out, Germany's out. What's going to happen next?
Don't say that.
The most outrageous thing that I can't even believe is that Switzerland may beat Spain, but that is not going to happen. But, with the history of who's going to be left for the final at this point, I don't know. It's
Ukraine, Switzerland.
It's definitely very interesting to see. I think that England and Spain are both getting rid of the biggest rivals that we would fear. So if there's a chance for any of our two countries, it's now.
See you in the final, Rossa. See you in the
final.
Good luck until you get there.
Toronto, Phil. What do you think?
Watch out for Italy. That's all I have to say.
We haven't mentioned them.
Italy are playing like a team. Italy don't have any superstars, right? But Italy, for some reason, when Italians put on that Italian jersey, it's almost like they become so passionate, right? So watch out for Italy, right? And before I go, if Denmark had to make it all the way to the final, doesn't matter if they win or lose. It'll be almost like a Cinderella story, right? Because they're doing it for that one guy, Christian Eriksen, right? Right now they're playing football out of their heart, not with their legs or their hands. They're playing football with their heart right now. So kudos to Denmark, and like I said, let's watch out for the Italians.
You're worrying, Tony the Fox.
I don't want to get. No, I'm going to get that. No. I am going to get carried away. I think we're going all the way. We're going all the way. Football is coming home.
Yeah, I think
and,
it could.
And that's where I'm going to leave it at. That's football's coming home. It's coming home.
Armandi, the best smile in England today.
I have to say, England have got that monkey off their back. I mean, to beat Germany of all nations, well done. No one will forget this for a long, long time. All I'd say now is don't get complacent just because you think Ukraine or Sweden aren't that good or aren't at that level. You have to keep the standards up. And I'm still dubious. There's still issues about Harry Kane for me. Still issues about Southgate. It's like he saw the German manager make a sub. Right, I'm going to make a sub. You be first. It's like, be bold, do something without, waiting on the other guy. Do something for yourself. But England, I must admit, I came out with a couple of videos earlier in the day stating England wouldn't win because I've never seen it happen. I've never seen them beat a proper team. Even like Euro 96, I didn't think Germany's side then was that great, and they still lost. So I'm really surprised, and I don't mind taking a slap in the face. I've taken a few slaps today from people coming back at me. So well done, England. Don't get complacent. Keep that level up and make the nation proud.
Cheers, guys and lady. It's coming home. Have a lovely evening. See you Saturday night, maybe.
Thanks, Ian.
Come on. Woo! See ya.
Come on.
I'm going to end broadcast. Bye.